iOS 16 has just officially came out today, so let's go and take a look at it on the iPhone 10 and see basically if it's worth installing. Now, I will definitely tell you should probably wait, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Now, iOS 16 came in 8 different betas this year, which I think is usually less than what it's usually supposed to be, but it's totally okay. Now, if you want to install, you can always go into General. You can click, into General Settings, click Software Update. You can always install it, but I'll probably get into that a little bit later. Now, one thing I want to go ahead and showcase to you all is the sizes of these specific, betas. I mean, right now the latest beta was 4.8 gigabytes, or that was actually the first one. The latest one, when I actually installed it, it was about 5.18. So it's a little bit bigger on the iPhone 10. So make sure you have that much storage saved. Now, I will say iOS 16 has been a really good experience on my iPhone 10 in general. But we do get some cool features on the lock screen you can see. We now get our notifications at the bottom. The text is now a little bit more bold on top, but you can also long press onto the lock screen and you can create new different lock screens, but you can actually go ahead and customize these lock screens as well. You can add widgets to the lock screen if you want to. You can change out different wallpapers and be able to switch them as fast as possible. You can go ahead and click here. You can add widgets here, which is so cool, and I'm sure Apple's going to take more advantage of this in the future. But that is actually a really cool thing that they have given us the ability to do, and honestly, I'm really looking forward to that. Now, hopping out of here, if we go into our home screen, nothing has really changed here. We still pretty much have the same layout, but we actually have a few things internally. One, we have now the ability of connecting Joy-Cons and the Switch Pro controller to our iPhone, which is awesome. I love that. But we also have the ability of seeing our battery, percentage on our status bar right up here for our iPhone 10. The other iPhones like the 11s and 10Rs don't support it, but these iPhones do support it, which I think is actually really cool. So those are some really cool things right there. Now, battery life wise, I was getting a better battery life on my iPhone 10 on iOS 16 than I was getting on iOS 15. And even from beta 1, I was getting really good battery life on my iPhone, which is actually pretty insane. I was not expecting that. I've done this on a few other iPhones too, and from beta 1 to beta 8, which is the latest one, and even the RC version, the battery life has been getting exponentially better. I would say on the 10 it was better than iOS 15 for my specific device. That doesn't mean everyone's going to be like that, so keep that in mind. But that was one thing that kind of stood out to me too. Now, iMessage got a really big update as well, and now we have the ability of basically sending iMessages as we normally would. We have the ability of unsending iMessages, editing sent iMessages, and even unreading iMessages as well. So that was another really cool thing that the specific version of software brought. We also now have the ability, and some of you may have forgot this, of using our iPhone as a webcam for our Macs and our iMacs. So that is another really cool thing that iOS 16 has now brought as well. And those are pretty much the main features. There's a lot of other small things all over the place, but still to this day, those are pretty much the main things that I can remember, and that I wrote down. So the question is, should you install iOS 16 on your iPhone 10? Well, I don't know if you should. To be honest, when I first installed it, it was a rocky road, but it got exponentially better on my iPhone 10. Actually, I'll be honest, since the first beta, I had a pretty good experience on this iPhone, and I've done 30,000 battery comparison tests with this too, and it was a pretty good experience. Now, that doesn't mean you should go and install it today. If anything, what I would recommend doing is probably waiting until iOS 16. Right now, this is the RC version, which should be the same one as the official. What I would recommend doing is waiting until iOS 16 comes out as like 16.1 or 16.0.3 or something. Maybe wait like a few weeks, because even though it was in the beta, there's still lots of issues that people are having. So the best bet is to wait until maybe just a few more versions of iOS and then go and upgrade after. So that kind of covers it up. I'm excited this version of software is out, and I'm happy if you guys are, willing to install it too. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.